Salut! Me every stream. Does this thing work? I don't even know. We're streaming again. I don't know if it's late enough yet to be a friendly schedule for Europe. Oh, is it working? Where am I? Am I live anywhere? Wait, I am. Oh, it started. That's fine. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm really good at this. I'm a professional, actually. This is my job. Fuck. You guys are my boss. Why'd I do this? All right. Let me announce this. What's up, Chatteritos? Hello. I don't know where you live on this screen, I'm gonna be honest. There you go. But now you're so small. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do that much today. Today was a rough day. So we didn't do much. We took a nap. It was worth it. Sometimes you just need a nap. That's what I'm saying. All right. So now we're doing things on stream at late. Fixing my config stuff. Probably. What's new in code? Wait, did it not update the title? God damn it. This is we're a different day. It's a new title. Restream, why you gotta be like this? I'm gonna be honest. Why you gotta be like this? Oh, unstable? Oh. All right, hold up. I'm gonna have to restart stream. My lips are so chapped. What are you supposed to be? Oh, now it's saying stable. I'm being gaslit. Okay, Restream didn't update my title. It's fine. We're figuring it out. How's your, I don't even know what day of the week it is. How's your Sunday? What's new in Coding Land Part 2? You guys, that's not supposed to be the title. I'm just a little scuffed, okay? It's a lifestyle. Scuff as a lifestyle. Featuring Wayland. Ouch. Owie. That's my title. I don't know if scuff is supposed to have 2 F's. Bruh. Degen stream hours, let's go. I don't know if any of my viewers are even awake at this time. I'm gonna be honest, this is my first time streaming at this time. I'm just like, I don't know, let's just go live. Let's see what happens. Everyone's like, where are you? Who are you? All right, how do I change my title? I'll be honest. Okay. We're not watching it on YouTube. That's also false. Okay, I'll fix it next time. I'll be so on it. It's 8 a.m. for me. Let's go. Let's go. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if it turns late enough, if it's late enough, then I get the degens and I get the morning European workers. European and Asia. And Australia. Are there any Australians in chat? Hello. All right. Why are you streaming late? My internal clock is broken. That's why. I did leave Charmed, Olev. I did. This happened a while ago, to be honest. On good terms. Everything on good terms. Just wanted to try something new. Wait, there's at least one Australian. That's huge. Are we doing late night streams now? We'll see. Perhaps. I'm a bit on DGen schedule, I'm gonna be honest. I am gonna make sure that none of my passwords are open before I share my screen. I'm currently trying to figure out how to get all right, we have a problem. And some people in chat were being very helpful with it yesterday. The first thing I was trying to figure out was what AI agent to use for questions and stuff. And or because I wanna, okay, here's my thought. A single thought. The only one. That's all that's up here right now. I want to keep using Crush ideally. And I basically just want to be able to, I want to like probably modify and or like, yeah, I want to change around, maybe do major refactoring and or potentially rewrite some different projects, open source projects that I use. And to do that, I want to take stock of different like, you know, design decisions of the projects and stuff like that. And I feel like the fastest, easiest way to do that is with AI. I think that would be a good resource delegation there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I was looking at different like what models I should use and stuff. And then apparently there's some drama. So I've used Lumo a few times. That's like Proton's AI thing. And I don't know. I found this spicy blog post on it. They're mad. And I didn't read it. And I figured maybe we'll read it for the tea. Live for the dram, you know? Like a true creator. LMAO, I want to redo everyone else's shit code. More so just like there's so many great ideas that are already out there and I don't have the creative bandwidth right now, you know? I'm like, I don't want to think about features. I want to look at when someone else did and be like, I like that, not that. Yes, no, I'll keep you. Drama stream. No. Studio LM if you want to be technical about it. Okay, for what it's worth, I have been considering running Olama and just having a little local Quen 3 action. But then I was like, maybe that potentially doesn't make sense if I'm traveling and stuff. So we'll see. You know, I was going to potentially use my, actually, now that I think I was about to say I was going to use my desktop and then I realized, wait, that baby's only got like 16 gigs of RAM. I'd have to upgrade my RAM. Otherwise I think I could probably use my MacBook. Or I can get, maybe they'll send me more RAM. I don't know. Look, I think I'm just going to pay someone else to host the model. I think I'm just not going to do that. And then I heard actually, apparently duck.ai is pretty good if you're looking for like a privacy focused. This was down my Lumo rabbit hole that I was in earlier. Apparently duck.ai is pretty good for like privacy focused AI chats, which is fun. What are we doing today? Maybe probably fixing my Nix config. Potentially. Okay, so my problem that I've encountered is, and I mentioned this briefly yesterday on stream, but so basically I need to get it so that my login manager has the option for me to use Sway. So far, I was just signing in with the TTY console login. And the problem with that is that I think it like doesn't what was it saying? It was saying that it was like it wasn't detecting the right like display manager or something, or there was something that's still, or like some apps still require like the X display manager for Linux, something weird like that, where basically like some apps would open and then other ones would not. I was down the rabbit hole with it. So I need to get that working is kind of my main struggle right now. I'm going to say it first. I'm going to say it right now. I didn't have this problem with i3. I don't know why i3 is getting all the heat. I don't know why people are so mad at me about using i3 Window Manager when I didn't have any of these problems. This has been a lot more complicated than my i3 setup. 2026 is absolutely the year of Linux, dude. I tweeted something to that effect, basically being like Windows 11 is a social experiment at this point, and there were so many people agreed, and I was shocked. No screen tearing, not that I recall. Although it could be cope, I don't know. I think I would sometimes see the borders dragging a little bit if I would actually like move them, if they were like floating windows that I would move around with my mouse. But nothing, like that was it, and I never did that except for my little Pomodoro sessions. I don't know, it didn't bother me. I'm okay. Okay. I started using i3 recently, and I actually really love it so far. I know, honestly. I figured, as a content creator, it's good for me to try new things, I suppose. But I'm kind of, I feel like I shouldn't give up, but also I miss i3. I'm so glad to be here. Your videos are great. Thank you so much. Wait, that's so nice. Hello? What? Don't make me cry. Stop. I've cried. I'm going to cry. Isn't this the cutest sticker ever? It's a capybara toast. Thoughts on the Anthropic versus open code T? For what it's worth, I don't think that this is a problem about, okay. I think that it is very much not about open code. It's more so just about Anthropic wanting to silo people into using all of their own tools. They just don't want to be used by third parties, which I hate. I don't like that. Hate's a strong word. Okay. I die on no hills, but I think it's I don't think it's ever a positive thing for anything to have to be a monolith and to take over the space and to say nobody else is allowed to use this. Like, what's the point? People just get greedy. That's what I think. Them's just being greedy. Is she reading only Twitch chat? No. Hello? Wow, I didn't know you left Charm. Good luck with the future events, though. Thank you. I know. I only just announced it last stream yesterday. Yeah, I just kind of kept it quiet for a little bit. I didn't want to put any extra pressure on myself or make it into a thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's no biggie. Like, I literally still chat with the team on the reg. It leaked on the tower stream. Yeah, I was going to say, wait, I think I did say something about it before. What are your thoughts on mapping caps lock to mod, since caps lock is rarely used? Honestly, a lot of people do that, and I think it's a smart play. It's a smart play. I'm too lazy to do it, but it's a good play. What are my hobbies apart from programming stuff? Ooh. I'm a pretty outdoorsy gal. I quite like I like a lot of like winter sports. I'll do pretty much any winter sport. I like biking. Like I like mountain biking. Pretty much anything in the mountains. Fishing. Knitting. I mean, working at Charm and stuff, I got pretty into like all the graphic design stuff as well. And then like video editing and stuff too. So what do I use to edit videos on Linux? In theory, DaVinci Resolve should work. In practice, I have not been able to get it to work. What company are you with now? I'm taking a little break. I'm being self-employed for a little bit. You know? Do you travel much? Yeah, I do. I do tend to travel quite a bit. It's because all my friends most of my friends I've met online. So everyone lives everywhere. So typically the only time I see my friends is when I travel. I live in the biking capital of the US. Is that going to be Colorado? Big news. Hope things go well. Thank you. Thank you. You work while traveling? It kind of depends if the country allows me to or not. But usually if I'm planning, like if I'm going to the US or something, I'll just have everything done before I leave. DaVinci Resolve got me frustrated coming from Premiere. Really? Oh my God. I found DaVinci felt so liberating after Premiere Pro. Arkansas? Wait, what? Bentonville, Arkansas is the biking capital of the US? Is that real? Can some other Americans chime in on that? Wait, Anthropic bought Bun? Is that real? Hold on. Me being so out of the loop. I have no idea what's been going on in the tech space for the last 3 months. I haven't been the most in touch. Are you still on Pop OS or did you switch? I'm on Nix OS right now, actually. Yeah, on intellectual, I'm going to be honest, i3 has been a lot more stable than my Wayland experience so far. How do you not know? No, like I have been MIA. Nice. Also, this was just announced in December. What do you want from me? I was busy. They probably only got bikes out there, so maybe. Oh, poor Arkansas. All right. I should try and fix things. I get FOMO from you guys though. Jealous of whatever rock you're living under. It's called. I was just not checking any socials at all. How are you feeling on NixOS? I tried it briefly and left because a number of things didn't play nice on non-FHS, which is probably functional something. Honestly, it's been working fine for me. I've avoided looking at flakes, and that has simplified my life exponentially using Nix. It's been fine. I'd say like the most frustrating thing was trying to get my my PAM authentication stuff for passwordless sudo. So sometimes if I have my YubiKey plugged in, I want it to not prompt for password and just be able to use my hardware security key as my sudo authentication. So having to like Nixify that part of my setup was kind of annoying. Yeah. You're up late? The goal is that I'm up late. So, mission accomplished. Or on DGen hours. But yeah, have I experienced anything else? I mean, it is sometimes kind of annoying having to having to be like, how do you do this specific thing on NixOS? By the way. But whatever. Okay. I'm getting an error. I need to figure out what in my config I added. Not a type package. I need to figure out entry 22 of system packages. Oh, P-code. Yes. Okay, P-code is asking, I've been looking into YubiKeys. Do you find it's worth it on a daily use? 100%. It is my favorite little gadget of all time. Not to be dramatic, but it's my favorite little trinket ever. I would highly recommend get multiple for sure. You have to get multiple so that you can have backups. Otherwise, you're going to be a little stress cadet with your solo like hardware multi-factor key. If you lose it, you're screwed. But it gives you so much peace of mind for all of your different accounts online. There are a lot, like so many services support it. It's super handy. I've had it for like years now. I think I got my first YubiKey in like 2019, something like that. So good. I love them. They have an authenticator app too, which is kind of nice because then you can actually use somebody else's phone. So for example, you lose your phone and you need to get into one of your accounts. You can use any device and it registers based on the YubiKey itself, not the device, the device that you're on. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I've had YubiKeys break on me. User, what are you doing with your YubiKeys? How? How? I've never broken a single YubiKey and I have not been gentle with them. Am I Canadian? Yeah. Installing anything that's not directly on the Nix repo on NixOS is annoying. Oh yeah, if they're not packaging it for Nix, I'm not using it. But most things do. Like most software, a lot of people use Nix these days. Oh, they're on your keychain? Okay, fair. Stress cadet describes me so much. I might steal that term. Do it. It makes me laugh every time. I'm gonna be honest. Every time I say it, I'm like, yeah, I love that. It makes it more fun than the actual act of being that stressed. I bought 2 and then never set them up. They've been following me around the world in my suitcase for years while I keep using software-based passkeys. No, they're so handy. So I use a lot of different devices as well because I always have a separate dedicated computer for streaming. And I find it so handy having like SSH keys on there because you can also sign your commits and everything with SSH keys instead of having to use a SSH key and a GPG key. So you can actually just sign with SSH. So like having a little SSH key on the YubiKey is super handy. What did I use the other slot for? I can't remember. Chicken! Buck, buck, buck. Hello. I miss watching you play Apex. We'll be back with Apex when I can fix my graphics card. I don't know what happened. Yeah, YubiKeys, it's a physical multi-factor. So the nice thing with that means that if you use that as your multi-factor, like if you use that actually for auth, someone has to have access, like physical access to the key in order to potentially get into your accounts, which makes you pretty good for any online attempts. Because there's so many other things. It's like, so I don't know, like social engineering and like, what's it called? Like SIM swapping and stuff like that. Prevent. Oh my God. Wait, I'm seeing so many names. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in ages. Hello. I feel so trapped in IT, TBH. I'm thinking of getting out and getting into something else. Wait, why? Why are you feeling trapped? Also, thank you for the $5 user, by the way. Thank you. I did answer that question, but thank you for the shipport. I haven't been on here since last year. Okay. Nix, what do you mean skill issue? I haven't even said anything that requires skills yet. God damn it. GPG is better for signing, especially for projects with larger dev pools. Why? Let's argue about it. Hold on. I'll look it up. Okay, wait. There's also drama. Do I have any streaming goals for 2026? Stream as much as I can. Do more content. Create more. Also, not just more content, man. I wanna code. I wanna be a nerd. I wanna just mostly code, and then the content is like things I'm doing. Look it up. I mean, actually look it up. Sorry, I'm old. Become PewDiePie? Yeah, for real. All right, this person has a lot of opinions. It's from August. I know you just kind of just started, but I'm gonna head to sleep. Good, gotta do stuff. Okay, well, sleep well, sleep well. The Elm streams are neat. Ooh, I know. I feel bad. There's so many things I feel like I start on stream because I'm like, oh, this would be fun, and then I don't finish it. But otherwise, I feel too much pressure to start anything if I put the pressure on myself that I have to finish everything. So you know what it is. No IRL streams? No, I'm not an IRL girl. I don't trust the internet like that, unfortunately, for me. I think the closest you would get from me for an IRL stream would be like a vlog or something like that. But that's about it. I do want to do more gaming streams. I do want to do some gaming streams. I do think that would be very fun. But I have to fix my desktop. So for some reason, my NVIDIA graphics card like stopped working, and I can't seem to update the drivers. It's like black screening whenever I change any of the driver, like change it to any of the compatible driver versions. So it's kind of fun. Can you share your windows so we can play some GeoGuessr? Oh no. You're so funny on study time stream. If I do any IRL streams, it'll be with her probably. On her stream. Yeah. I think I would do IRL collabs. Like I definitely feel more comfortable doing that, but not myself. Are you working on anything, learning any languages? Listen. I feel like I'm always jumping around different learning new languages, not getting that far with it, and then changing my mind. Maybe Rust. I was watching one of my friends' Rust videos earlier, and I was like, wait. I do have a lot of friends that like Rust. That would be kind of fire. And then that would actually give me some cool projects that I could hack on after. Like that was my biggest lack of motivation with Haskell, is that I'm like, what am I going to contribute to Pandoc? Odds are not. And I think Rust would be a really good like learning opportunity. There's a lot of cool open source projects in that, and also it would be really challenging. IT is so volatile, not much better than software engineering. Well, the nice thing with any kind of like anything in tech is that you can move laterally. You can change kind of specialties and not get bored, you know? There's just a lot. There's a lot of ways you can move around. Oh, wait. J'adore. They said, just in case no one has told you this today, you deserve to be surrounded by good people. You also deserve to sacrifice yourself for yourself. You deserve to be loved. You are worth everything. Have a good day, guys. It's so cute. Hello? Hello? Oh, once you had a cool t-shirt on, it was black and had cool white text. Can you show it again? Oh, I I couldn't find out where to buy it either because I bought it at like a Canadian department store. So it's not even like it was, I think it was like in their clearance area. But it said, sorry if I looked interested, I'm not. Yeah, I remember it crispy because I think I don't know if you saw my answer last time. I just looked it up. I just looked up t-shirt that said, sorry if I looked interested, I'm not. And then there was like a bunch of other um, printed versions of that. Elle parle français. Oui, on parle français. Chatting apparently. Yeah, I actually want to look at the proton thing. I get FOMO when you guys are chatting in the chat, and I wanna talk too. Rust is great. Rust mentioned. Okay. Rust is fun to learn. I've heard there's a pretty big learning curve with it, but I mean, I think it'd be fun. I love Go, and I think Go would still be a good foundation. But I think it's also like, why not? Even if you downgrade to previous year's updates. So I went as far back as I could in the driver updates for my graphics card, like as far back as NVIDIA would let me, which is not very far. And yeah, I tried the latest one and then I tried that one, and both of them caused just caused black screen. So I had to and that was not even on Linux. That was like, I booted onto my Windows boot for that because I was like, okay. But even when I boot into BIOS, it's like not properly detecting the screen resolution. So it's kind of a pain. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out. What led you to development? Literally in high school when I had to choose my major for university, because you're doing like university applications and stuff. I was just like, oh, computer science, that sounds cool. And so I went into computer science and tried that. And then I was like, oh, this programming thing is fun. It's just like puzzles. And then I got absolutely wrecked in my uni math class. I've never been stomped so hard by academics in my life, to be honest. What's a bad cable? Oh, you know what? Maybe. That's a good question. I should try unplugging it, plugging it back in. How do you get inspiration for personal projects? Honestly, I feel like I'm lacking some inspiration right now. I mean, I do have a list of things that would be cool to build that I haven't looked at in a while. Usually I'll just write down ideas as they come to me and have like a long ideas list that I can refer back to when I want to start a new project. But I think right now, I don't know if I want to do full like greenfield. I think I like to just find cool projects on GitHub. Like I'll either use like GitHub Explorer, or there'll be like specific developers that I follow who I think they build a lot of cool stuff. And I'll maybe just try and build like my own version of that. So that'd be cool. Sometimes the port on GPU goes bad. It's rare, but it happens. It could be that it got kind of like jostled around a little bit too. No, but it was a problem. Like it's been a problem for a minute. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your professional career? What do you want to know? I started as an intern in 2018. I was an intern and I was working while I was in university. And then became a junior. I was a junior systems analyst. And then I was a not junior systems analyst. And then I did that for quite a while. And that was basically a glorified title for just like the entire IT department. And then I was studying computer science while I was doing that. And then I did that for, I think, 3.5 years. And then I started Charm. And I was there for almost 4 years. I'm a dedicated troop, a dedicated grunt worker. I don't like I don't like job hopping every year. I don't do that. No thanks. I like finding a place. I like when places have good culture and then I get to just be there and learn. Can you please explain in detail your entire life from the moment you were born? Pretty much what I just said. Yeah, I was 2 years old when I started programming. Obviously. Have you ever been into OS dev, like operating system development? I haven't done any like low level stuff. Okay, wait. Did you see what the author of Go said, where they said the key point here is our programmers are Googlers, they're not researchers. They're typically fairly young, fresh out of school, probably learned Java, maybe learned some C or C++, probably learned Python. They're not capable of understanding a brilliant language, but we want to use them to build good software. So the language that we give them has to be easy for them to understand, easy to adopt. I mean, that's a crazy way to put it, but I kind of get what he's saying. I think I agree with the last sentence. I do think it's hilarious to say they're not capable of understanding a brilliant language. This is why I'm supposed to learn Haskell or Rust, you guys, so I can understand what that means. That's kind of dope, though. What was your Codeforce rank at 2? Lead. The best. Whatever the best is. Okay, let's do drama. Nerd drama. Drama for nerds. Okay, Lumo by Proton, a fraud of an AI. Proton launches a privacy-respecting encrypted AI assistant, Lumo. Have you guys used Lumo? I used it before. I thought it was fine. Best in her age bracket? Yeah, exactly. All right, okay. It's a Swiss company. Yeah, we all know Proton. It's the one behind Proton Mail, Proton VPN, all of that stuff. Okay, Proton claims that this AI tool is designed to provide help without tracking users retaining or sharing their data and hiding risky functions in the closed source code. Instead, Lumo is based on open source large language models and utilizes Proton's open source encryption scheme. Proton also released the tool's complete source. Wait, really? I thought I was trying to find that before. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, wait. Hello. Don't worry. I have transparent keycaps and peer pressure, so I can type extremely well. Where is its source code? We're going to Reddit because I trust them. Is this where it is? Sorry, it's so small for you. That's too small now, or too big. Because I found a bug, and I was going to report it, and I was like, I don't know where to report this bug. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, back to here. I didn't know it was... I mean, okay, I'm going to look at their issues to see if it's open source or source available kind of vibe, you know? Open source is... how to explain this? Open source is a culture. Source available is you can read the source code. I see your live both on YouTube and Twitch. Best headphones in the world, by the way. Yeah, I won these in a raffle. I'm just a lucky girl. Open source is defined by the OSI. That is true. I do remember that. Because it has the standards. No. Wait, OSI. Wait. No, it's the open source. Hold on. It's the open source standard. Yeah. Adherence to the principles. Yeah. Open stand principles. Wait, is this right? Okay, sorry, we're getting sidetracked. Okay. Their default setting is to not search online, delete all chats upon closing, and not store conversations on server side. Other AI companies keep a record of all of your conversations on their servers, leaving this information vulnerable to data leaks or exploitation for profit. And it says Lumo doesn't keep any logs of your conversation server side, and any chats you save can only be decrypted on your device. Okay. Interesting. Lumo's interface resembles those of mainstream LLM services, while the tool supports file uploads with full encryption support. Aren't there also different rules to open source on GitHub? I'm no developer, but I heard my developer friends are talking about licenses. Oh yeah, that's a bit different. It's like basically there's a whole like backstory of like what open source really is and means. And I'm trying to find. Wasn't it like GNU? I can't remember. Wait, keeping free software free. I think it's something like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but I've come across it before. Basically, it's just there are like different categories for open source software because there's a lot of like kind of like there are like strong historical ties to like the meaning of open source. Like it was kind of like a movement. You know what I mean? You thought Prime won it in the tower? Really? I didn't think so. I thought I won. Just kidding. I think it's interesting. I'm always talking about open source. What do you mean? What do you want from me, Marble? Are you baiting me right now? I think Prime, I think it was interesting because like looking back on it, I'm like, I think it's just because like I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian and he's American. And I feel like a lot of what he was advocating for like individual responsibility, which I feel like is very capitalistic, like American. And I was arguing for like the responsibility of like organizations and like larger entities, which I feel like is very Canadian because we have a lot more like that is typically how we do things. I think it's similar in Europe as well, right? User, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Free Software Foundation, free as beer. Biru wa suki desu ka? That's all I know in Japanese. Open source is key to a healthy internet. I agree. Yeah. I think there's something really special about being able to have software that belongs to the public space and not a single entity or author. Okay. Lies. Not entirely private and not open source. Oh. If you're using Lumo as a guest, your chat session is not stored. If you're using it with a Proton account, then of course your chat sessions are stored unless you delete them. Even if the conversations are stored in an encrypted form on their server, they are stored. Okay, well, if it's encrypted on their server, I feel like we're probably mostly fine with that. Okay, they want ghost mode always. But for what it's worth, I do feel like I feel like the average person that is concerned with privacy are pretty okay. I don't mind if they have the conversation stored encrypted on their server. I often want to reference old conversations. So, I don't know. What does fully available but not open source even mean? It's more of almost like a cultural thing. Oh, but you can have source. Okay, this is a whole thing. Source available is basically like you can see and you can read the source code, but they don't accept contributions and they don't accept whatever. Or there's like a certain like licensing to it that means that it's not I don't know. My brain stopped working. I give up. My brain stopped. The thread's gone forever. We can look it up after. Malfunction, short circuit. It's fine. You get too many threads. Okay, the following premises are generally not entirely true. Private. Unlike other assistants, I don't record our conversations. Safeguarded. Not even Proton can access the chat history. And treated with respect. Conversations are never used for training. Someone doesn't even believe that this is intended, or that this is indeed using an end-to-end encryption. It's not end-to-end encrypted, not open source. What is this? I'm gonna click random links on this person's blog. Spicy. Wait, this was drama back in August. I didn't even know. Okay, the official page Lumo privacy and security model describes the encryption and decryption mechanism. Ooh. Let's get in there. Okay, so the client, okay. Oh, the OSI who has the open source definition, you're not allowed to forbid anyone from using the software. That's what yeah. Oh, OSI in that way. Open source initiative, yes. Actually, this is what I looked at before. And I was like, I don't know, I haven't looked at it in months. On the talk of Rust, you should absolutely try to learn it. I think it'd be fun. Plus, I know that you guys all like watching me struggle. You like watching my pain. Oh. User, I'm going to delete your comment because it's not relevant. I'm using Brave. Okay. The guy, thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wait, oh my God. Fridge. I forgot about the activity feed on, oh God. Capacitance, thank you for the tier 1 45 minutes ago. I'm sorry that I didn't check. I'm really good at the streaming thing. Okay, I promise. Also, Nico, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Open source is in an interesting state. I don't know what the future is for open source. The guy, yeah, did you read my silly message? I did. Legit your mom on God for real. Happy birthday for real. Yeah, oi. Yeah. Just Rogers, thank you for the tier 3 sub. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wow. Huge. Okay, the client app generates the request key. It sends a question, receives an answer, decrypts question with the request key, decrypts answer tokens with the request key. Okay. It sends an AES encrypted question, PGP encrypted request key, Proton's internal systems. Okay, so in their infra, they have the key, they have the encrypted key, encrypted question, decrypts the request key with the Lumo public key. Okay. And then decrypts the question with the request key. Okay. Encrypts answer tokens with the request key. Sends back an AES encrypted answer. Proton's internal systems, load balancers, proxies, and queues, blah, 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 blah. Goes back, receives the answer in the client, and decrypts it with the original request key. Okay. Can we be 100% sure that this encryption is working as expected? Proton has a history of glitches. Is this a healthy level of skepticism? Or is this just, it feels like a lot to me right now. Okay, anyway, either way, while I'm not sure about the encryption, it's safe to say that open source is not. There's no link to the source code. It's true. They should be more public about where the source, like if they're saying it's open source, you got to link it. Show me the dotties. Obviously, the LLM sees the message with no encryption. It wouldn't work otherwise. Yeah, totally. I mean, my main concern would just be like basically access for outside of myself and the LLM. Like at those points, it's fine. But like, for example, the conversation itself, while it's like not actively being processed by the LLM, whatever, like that should all be encrypted on their server. I think every service has some sort of glitch in it because humans made it. I know. I'm like, wait, it has to be bugless. Actually, did you know that if you're shipping anything with encryption, it has to be bugless forever, always? This article is some pseudoscience conspiracy theory nonsense. It is crazy to be like, here is from their documentation how they encrypt everything and how it works, and they're being very transparent with it. But can we be 100% sure that this is accurate? Do you think this works all the time? I've never heard anyone use that as an argument for like just not trusting encryption. We're like, yeah, they've explained it, but what if it didn't? Okay, the LLMs might be open source, but not Proton's supporting infrastructure. Okay. He's referring, okay. He's referred to himself as, he's asking Lumo how it works, how Lumo works. Okay. How long is that? These are really, okay. I know I'm not reading all that, but this is really funny. This is so funny to me. It's so aggressive. It's a blatant lie. The claim cited in the initial article, Proton also released the tool's complete source code, is a complete lie. Here's their open source commitment page. It does not list anything about Lumo in all bold. Sources are only available for Proton Mail, Proton Calendar, Proton Drive, Proton VPN, Proton Pass, Proton Wallet, and Proton Authenticator. It's like the little, like, it's like when you're reading a textbook and there's like the little highlighted note on it, and you're like, hey, this part's important. You should take note of that. But it's just like, and this is why it's wrong. I also thought that was funny that they asked Lumo about it. And then it's like, it's lying. The AI is lying to us. It's a blatant lie. It's really funny. Good morning. Good morning. It's so funny. It seems like pro competitors articles. We should see what they're if they shill anything at the end. This is so long. Wait, I feel like I kind of want to do this. I do. I find it really funny when people post, like, they basically just vent. They just vent and turn it into a blog post, and then they just post it online. And I'm like, that's wild. You know, that's there forever, right? I just think it's so funny. I feel like this is so funny to me. Like, brother. I like that he's just like, it's just like a normal blog post, and then he's just like, he just gets mad and then has these little boxes of worst part of this shit is this. I was like, okay. Okay. Someone on Reddit seems to have made Lumo admit that it's using Mixtral. Okay. Wait. The Verge has some claims that might not be well-founded. Allegedly coming from... Okay, it's either coming from that person or it's not. I'm not reading that. We're skipping over the annoying bits. Oh, they're asking Lumo about what's their underlying AI model. What's the problem with that? Tell me. Laudidus, they're asking again. It refuses to answer such questions. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is what most companies are doing now, is where they have like multiple different models that are going under the hood. Depending on the context, it delegates it to specific models. It's funny that they have the yellow TLDR boxes. I think it's really funny. Are we sure this is not The Onion? No, this is someone's personal blog. I don't even know how I came across it. Let's see what's their latest? Is this the right one? Oh. This is sick. What is this? I think it's The Onion. What is this? Is this The Onion? This does look like The Onion. How did Lumo get on there? Wait, this is so funny then. This is even better. This is The Onion for programmers? This is sick. The chive. Oh my God. This is so funny to me though. I love these. Okay, wait. I'm going to skip through the rest of it and just read these because I feel like they're just going to get progressively more upset. By the way, it's quite dumb. Okay, they're getting more mad in the titles. It's calling it dumb. Oh my God. It's asking them about politics. A special test using my blog. Oh, that is so funny. Oh my God. Okay. Oh wait, okay, perfect. We're getting an AI generated summary of this blog. Ain't no freedom and it'll be even less. Oh no. Okay, the author strongly criticizes the circulation, characterizing it as an infringement on vehicle ownership and autonomy, blah, blah, blah. Give you more detail. Okay, so it didn't give you anything. Okay. Grok is hopeless. Okay, I don't care. I want to see what else. I want to see his other little boxes that he's just don't. Oh. That is so funny. What is this? How did this come up? I think, what was I? Oh, I think I was looking at like Lumo versus, I think I was looking at Kimmy 2Coder. That is so funny. That's sick. I love that we ended up on that. So is this a bit or is it legit? It's a bit. We can't take that seriously. There's no way. Where can I find more Cogray articles? It's crazy. Wait, did you want the Luddite blog? You guys want the link? You guys want the link to the onions for developers? It's brain rot. You're not allowed. Oh yeah, we were looking at that. I was like, why am I on Reddit on this? I would never. Not on my stream machine. No thanks. That's what I thought. Oh right, we were arguing about when to use GPG versus SSH for signing commits. Oh, do we want to click on Medium? All right. Oh, you know what? You know who I know? Oh, you know who I need to know what they're up to? Oh, hold on. That's not it. Hold on. There we go. Filippo. Do you guys know Filippo? He's very smart. Hold on. We need words from Filippo. Filippo can fix whatever we just read. I'm getting more skeptical of everything. LOL, send the link. I lost it. It's gone now. You're going to have to try and look at it from what the stream bod. It's too late. Okay, Filippo's actually a genius. Filippo did worked on like security infrastructure, encryption stuff at Google, and now just freelances and maintains the Go, I want to say like some of the Go encryption libraries or something. Don't deny me my brain fermenting content. Oh no. All right, what do we care about? GoSum is not a lock file. That's their latest. Building a transparent key server. Wait, these all sound pretty cool. Go cryptography state of the union. Claude Code can debug low-level cryptography. Ooh, open source supply chain compromises. I want to know. Wait, what is the future of open source with AI? There must be some people that are ranting about this. Why open source is critical to the future of AI. All right, Red Hat. Like, this is an interesting topic to me. Oh, I don't care about this. Oh, that's dope. You didn't know Cloud Code can... Oh, yeah. Okay, we can go into that one then. All right, Cloud Code can debug low-level cryptography. Filippo's so smart. There's someone... I'll read his blogs just so that I feel like... I'm like, yeah, I could read that. I absorbed it. Me too. Am I the Prime Engine's wife? No, but I have her number. You're in his Twitch chat. I'm texting his wife. We're not the same. All right. Cloud Code can debug low-level cryptography. Over the last few days, I wrote a new Go implementation of MLDSA, a post-quantum signature algorithm. See, like, I'm like, me too. Yeah. Yeah. Same. Specified by NIST last summer. I live coded it. Wait. Filippo. Wait, guys, go give Filippo a follow. I'm not signed in. Philo Sottle. They haven't streamed in a while. I'm going to email him and ask him to go live. That's sick. Okay. I would love to see, I need to see those VODs. Finishing it on Thursday evening, except Verify was always rejecting valid signatures. Ruh-roh. I was exhausted, so I tried debugging for over half an hour and then gave up with the intention of coming back to it the next day with a fresh mind. On a whim, I figured I would let Claude Code take a shot while I read emails and resurfaced from Hyperfocused. I mostly expected it to flail in some maybe interesting way or rule out some issues. Instead, it rapidly figured out a fairly complex low-level bug in my implementation of a relatively novel cryptography algorithm. I'm sharing this because it made me realize I still don't have a good intuition for when to invoke AI tools, and because I think this is a fantastic case study for anyone who's still skeptical of their usefulness. Full disclosure, Anthropic gave me a few months of Claude Max for free. They reached out one day and told me they were giving it out to some open source maintainers. Maybe it's a ploy to get me hooked, so I'll pay for it when the free coupon expires. Maybe they'd hope I write something like this, and maybe they're just nice. Anyway, they made no request or suggestion to write anything public about Claude Code, and now you know. All right, finding the bug. You're streaming on Twitch but not signed in on Twitch? This is how I ignore chat forever. Okay, finding the bug. I started Claude Code in with Opus and no system prompts. I gave it the following prompt, typos included. I implemented an MLDSA in the Go standard library. It all works except that verification always rejects the signatures. I know the signatures are right because they match the test vector. You can run the test with bin go test crypto internal FIPS 140 MLDSA. You can find the code here. Look for potential reasons the signatures don't verify. Ultra think. I spot checked in W1 is different from the signing one. To my surprise, it pinged me a few minutes later with a complete fix. Wait, I want to see the fix. He's so cool, dude. He just linked to just this. I don't know how to read this. Oh, the files. Where are the changes? Oh, oh my God, wait. Hello? Change log. I don't know how to read this. Done. I want to see this. I want to see the diff. Oh, there we go. Okay, we figured it out. It's fine. We need an open source. I need to make my audio down here. Oh, right. Yeah, I can chat. Wait, I can chat out Philosotil. Let me make sure that that's the right. Okay, wait, one sec. Well, it added helper functions. AI is really evolving. This was months ago. I'm going to eat my day old chocolate covered almond. Yeah, just a singular day old chocolate covered almond. Yeah. What is happening? I'm trying to understand what this is doing. Mildly, just a little bit. I'm just putting my toes in the water. I just want to see what the changes were. Even if I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the encryption code looks like from the in the Go standard library. Are you for real? We're pretending that we know what's happening. Prevent, why is it so cold in your home? What do you do for your income? Your mom. Sorry, I should not joke about that. That is so illegal. Please don't delete that. Delete that from the internet. Delete that from the internet. I didn't mean it. Twitch, don't block me. Please, I couldn't help it. They dangled the carrot and I couldn't stop. Take it back. I take it. Nothing happened. Actually, me saying that while attempting to read while reading cryptography code is that's pretty badass. I'm gonna be honest. Even though I don't know what's going on, I feel badass. Anyway, okay, let's go back. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Maybe it would have been clear to anyone more familiar with AI tools that this was a good AI task, a well-scoped issue with failing tests. On the other hand, this is a low-level issue in a fresh implementation of a complex, relatively novel algorithm. God, he's so smart. I want to be smart like this. I figured out that I had merged high bits with W1 encode into a single function for using it from sign and then reused it from verify, where use hint already produces the high bits, effectively taking the high bits out of W1 twice in verify. Yeah. If I wrote that, I'd be like, good luck, have fun. I hope it works. Why am I using GNOME now and not i3? I switched to Sway and I haven't gotten Wayland to work reliably yet. I need to get it working with my login manager, but right now I have a bug in my Nix OS config. I added there's some option that I have in my systems packages that is not valid, and I need to figure out which one it is, and I'm instead getting sidetracked by reading blogs. That's the whole story. I spit my coffee when you said that. I'm sorry. All right. A second synthetic experiment. Okay, so on Monday, I had also finished implementing signing with failing tests. There were 2 bugs, which I fixed in the following couple evenings. The first one was somehow due to computing a couple hard-coded constants, 1 and -1 in the Montgomery domain. Those were done wrong. I really like that he includes references to the source code. Like, we're going to understand. Like, we're smart enough to go through this and understand it. I shouldn't speak for all of us. I'm sure some of you understand what's going on here. I know. You're so smart. They're like, haha, yeah, nerd, smarter than you. Haha. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. Potentially. But yeah, I like that it's nice that he thinks that we could be that smart. That's nice that he thinks that we could be that smart. That he's like, you know what? I'll link it for some light reading. You're right. My brainular hurts. Yeah. That's what I thought. What is scuff? Things being broken, pretty much. It's a lifestyle. It's like when things are kind of constantly a little bit broken or disheveled or something, like, you know, like it works, but at what cost? You know, that's kind of the vibe. The cost is generally my sanity. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, yeah, so if you want some light reading, you can go to words.filippo.io and read the attached change logs. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, the second one was easier. It was a value that ends up encoded in the signature was too short. Oh, 32 bits instead of 32 bytes. Rough. It was relatively easy to tell because only the first 4 bytes in the signature were the same, and then the signature links were different. I figured these would be an interesting way to validate Claude's ability to find bugs in low-level cryptography code. So I checked out the old version of the change with the bugs, EA Jujitsu. Wait! It's using Jujitsu. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, wait. What did he say he liked about Jujitsu? I'm influenced. I checked out the old version of the change with the bugs. Why is that better on Jujitsu? I need to know. I need to highlight this. I'm going to email him. Hello, Filippo. I hope you're well. I was reading about your Claude debug code in brackets and reading the source code. I read the changelog. By the way, what drew you to Jiu-Jitsu? I need to know. Anyway. Okay. It kicked off a Claude code session with this prompt. I'm implementing an MLDSA in the Go standard library. I just finished implementing the signing, but running the tests against a known good test vector. It looks like it goes into an infinite loop, probably because it always rejects in the Fiat Shamir with aborts loop. You can run the test here. You can find the code here, figure out why it loops forever, get the test to pass, ultra thing. I don't know what ultra thing means. That must be an AI thing, and I don't know what that means. I spent some time doing printf debugging and chasing down incorrect values, very similar to how I did it, and then figured out and fixed the wrong constants. It took Claude definitely less than it took me. I do think it can be helpful for this kind of thing. I need to know. Um, I do think it's really helpful for like pinpointing bugs and stuff. It's so freaking helpful. I do think it's also though really important to know the changes that you're making and to understand why before committing it. Oh, the highest thinking / reasoning available for Claude. Okay. Thank you, Dissect. I appreciate that. Alrighty. I took a couple wrong paths. I'm very curious, like, oh, well, you know what? Just kidding. It's just been a minute since I used any AI tools for any coding stuff. All right. It does kind of walk you through where it's going. Like it talks you through what it's thinking and then it starts going. Okay. It took a couple wrong paths, thought for quite a bit longer, and then found this one too. I honestly expected it to fail initially. It's interesting how Claude found the easier bug more difficult. My guess is that maybe the large random looking outputs of the failing test did not play well with its attention. The fix it proposed was updating only the allocation's length and not its capacity, but whatever. The point is finding the bug, and I'll usually want to throw away the fix and rewrite it myself anyway. Yes. What do you guys think about that? I think using AI as a great way to like navigate a code base, get an understanding of the code base, like basically use it as an ability to like search things. You're searching a large data set very quickly, and you're basically, it's as if you're like asking someone who has full visibility on the code base generally. I feel like I've had really good experiences with that. Or even like sometimes I'll pinpoint the section of the code where I think the bug is. And then I will also, oh my God, do you guys bookmark your code? So helpful for debugging. So I found out about this recently. I don't know what other editors call it, if they also call it bookmarks. But in Doom Emacs, you can set bookmarks, and it's basically very similar to, I think, what Harpoon is in NeoVim, if I'm not mistaken. It basically gives you, it lets you jump to a specific point in the code and like label it. And then you can see a list of like all of your bookmarks that you have. But that is super helpful for when you're debugging, because then you can be like, hey, like you can flag different spots in the code and then jump back to them to actually try and troubleshoot it more. But I did actually find AI pretty helpful for when I knew like where in the code I thought the bug was. But like, you know, when your brain starts to kind of atrophy and normally you'd have to like get up and take a break, I do feel like you can kind of use AI a little bit to like make it a little bit easier, where you're like, oh, let me not sit and think through this logic. Let me just like get it to explain like I'm 5 what this logic is doing. And then I should be able to find the bug based on that. Yeah. What was the motivation behind switching to Emacs for you? Is there a video or post about this? I think I did a dedicated video on that. Yeah, actually, I do have a video. Hold on. I mean, it's been a while now since I changed. But it was mostly like just kind of wanting to try something new and wanting to have something pre-built, so that I was just finding I used NeoVim for quite a while, and I think in order to get Tree Sitter working, you had to be on Nightly. And I was getting extremely frustrated with plugins breaking all the time. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not upgrading to like major version changes, and yet still they're pushing breaking changes. Like, I don't know. It was very, very frustrating. I feel like anytime that I would update NeoVim, things would break, and then I would have to spend a bunch of time like fixing it. And I'd heard different things about Emacs. Obviously, Nick's one of my like long time mods, amazing community member, has been shilling Emacs for years. And I was also curious to try org mode. So I kind of jumped in for those reasons. But yeah, having something pre-built has been really nice. Here, it's this video. Hi, Crocodile. Hello, hello. Gee, that's so understandable. It was killing my sanity. And it would be really frustrating because this, like, honestly, I like stream knows. And people that have been on my stream for a long time, they saw it. Because I would just go to start stream one day and then it would just be broken. Like every once in a while, my whole setup would just break and I'm like sick. I was actually planning on doing some work on stream and instead I'm having to like fix my NeoVim config once again. Bad Cop, yo, what's up? Hello, hello. Like breakpoints and debuggers, kind of. But it's less, yeah, kind of. But it's just in your regular like editing workflow. We're talking about bookmarking your code. It's a great bridge between words and brain and then code. Yeah, it's nice. Vim, I think, just calls them marks, but they're not as persistent as I'd like. Yeah, that was something I found that's been like really, really sick. There was another feature in Maggot that I really liked that basically allowed you to see all of the current branches, and it was like a visual thing. So you could see like where they had like the exact commit that they had branched off of and like where they were, how many commits, how far along they were, where if they got merged into any other feature branches and stuff. It was sick. I'll have to look through my notes and see which one that was. Yeah, I don't think that's something that I'll have to encounter that much now. It was more so just like when I was at Charm, we had so many, like, because we were working on a major version release and stuff. So there were just like so many moving parts. And sometimes it could be a bit tricky to like keep up with where everything was. So that was kind of nice. Get graphs on VS Code. Yeah, something like it was pretty much that, but for Maggot, which was cool. Has Bash talked about the new computer from Framework at all? I did a little bit. I mean, I have a whole video of me shopping for the computer. I talked about it as well in the Omarchy video. Listen, DHH, you can't get me. I'm not going to be calling it Omarchy. I'm sorry. The Omarchy video, I did talk about it before because it's not the first time I've used a Framework computer. Like I used the ones at the tower that week, and that gave me my first impressions on it, and that's part of why I chose to like work with them when I did need a new Linux laptop. I don't even comment my code because I like to live dangerously. JK bookmarks are too wholesome for me. Here, that's wild work. Have you heard of live music coding? It's so neat. I know it's not exactly related, just curious. Oh my gosh, yeah. One of my friends, hold on, let me find her. One of my friends does that. Here. Shout out DJ Dave. One of my friends does that. She live codes music. We were talking about, like, yesterday we were talking about potentially learning new languages, and chat was asking if I was going to potentially go back to Haskell. And I was like, the only thing I can think of where I could apply or be excited about writing Haskell is like the fact that I could make music with Haskell. Because I think the main like program that you can use to generate music, like the most popular one, is in Haskell. Dave uses one that's in JavaScript, but yeah. That's likely how I found you. My bad, I must have forgotten. Oh, no, dude, you're all good. You're all good. No, DJ Dave is sick. She's very cool. A guy with the same major as me was always tinkering with his Framework laptop with his iFixit tools during our labs, and I was extremely jealous. I mean, it's really well built. I do really like how customizable it is. I like that it's a laptop that you can have for a long time. It kind of grows with you. It's also super lightweight, which is really nice. Like I want to say it's like half the weight at least of my MacBook. But it also has an aluminum body, which is nice. I just give way too much money to Apple. For what it's worth, it is really handy that like Mac OS things just work. I do find that I still prefer Linux for small reasons. It's like there'll be small things that I want to do that just work easier on Linux for development. Like there are a lot of different like packages and stuff are just like easier to work with, like Docker stuff, easier to run on Linux. There are certain some projects, some open source projects will be like only available on Linux. Yeah, so there's just, I don't know, there's just different little things that it's like that make it easier to use Linux, but then it's like, yeah, universally across the board with like other applications, it is nice to have the reliability of Mac OS. Like things do just work. What are we vibe coding? We're not vibe coding right now. I need to actually get I need to fix this. I have to get Sway working, which is what I'm going to do with this later. And then also, which honestly we might work on in a bit after I quit yapping. And then I also want to, I did get Crush working with one of the Copilot models, which is cool. Yeah. I saw your framework laptop shopping video. You didn't get 96 gigs of RAM. In hindsight, I should have. It's okay. I'll have to ask them. Hi, I know it's 2026, but can I have more RAM? Please? I made a mistake. Oops. I need the rest of the RAM. All of it. And then I'll start selling them into the Discord. I'll snap my 32 gigs of RAM in half so that we can split it. That's how it works, right? All right. Okay. We're back to this. Okay. The fix it proposed was updating only the allocation's length, but not its capacity. But whatever, the point is finding the bug. I'll usually want to throw away the fix and rewrite it myself anyway. That's what I was saying. Sounds like a great way to use AI. 3 out of 3 one-shot debugging hits with no help is extremely impressive. Importantly, there is no need to trust the LLM or review its output when its job is just saving me an hour or two by telling me where the bug is and for me to reason about it and fix it. Yes. This is so validating because I'm like, he's so smart. And then I'm like, wait, that's how I use AI too. Yay. It's so validating. Okay. As ever, I wish that we had better tooling for using LLMs, which didn't look like a chat or autocomplete or make me a PR. For example, how nice would it be if every time tests fail, an LLM agent kicked off with the task of figuring out why, only notified us if it did before we fixed it. Wait, did I just read that in a way that made any sense? Okay. How nice would it be if every time tests fail, an LLM agent was kicked off with the task of figuring out why and only notifying us if it figured out before we fixed it. I love the Clippy example. Okay, I have to say too, Filippo totally fits the vibe check because look what he let me do to him. Okay, wait, hold on. I edited him. I photoshopped him into the charm office, making him look like he was trapped in the office. And he was like sick. Anyway. I'm lost. You shouldn't be lost. Don't be lost. I was like, that's ultimate vibe check. He was like, cool, looks good. I was like, yes. Thank you. Oh. And cat tax, that's sick. That's so dope. Yeah. Very fun. Very fun. All right, cool. So funny. Trapped. What are some other programming Twitch channels that you'd recommend? Well, of course, Primogen, TJ DeVries. Filippo actually does have a programming channel. I don't know when they're live though. Yeah, the Primogen. Hold on. I think it's teach_DV. There's also, I don't know what their username is, but it was Thorsten Ball also does programming streams. Who else? Oh, Low Level. Hold on. I think I have people that I pinned in my thing. Bad Cop. Of course, Bad Cop. Abu also is in the stream. Low-key Abu. Let me find other people. There's also CM Griffin, who's live like every day. Lana, of course. Wait, I'm moving her up because she's the queen. I think it's 1X. It's funny. I think I have my suggested channels are people who don't stream very much. Oh, Began is hilarious when he actually does stream. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good list. I would recommend TS Oding, but I think he hates me. So I'll refrain. We need Rox Codes back. Oh. What did you do to make TS Oding hate you? I don't know. I don't know. All right. Why is open source critical to the future of AI? Okay. Seems like we're just reading things today. Actually, you know what? I don't care. Let's fix my config. Okay. So entry 22. That's one of, doesn't matter because it's a fake computer. Entry 22. I'm gonna have to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's gonna be one of these. Okay, wait. I think it's this one. Because I think that I added Xorg. And then I didn't check if it actually existed. Okay, that fixed it. Sometimes it just works. Yay! Oh, not restarting the following change units. Okay. I'm going to restart my computer. I keep going to use like normal shortcuts and I can't do that. Okay, wait. We're going to go to big chat for a sec while I restart. We'll see if this works. We'll ask TSO. No, you guys, he's gonna, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I just got the vibe and then I was like, oh, that's sad because I think you're a goat. Oh. Oh. I don't know if this is a good sign. I think I messed up. Wait. What the heck? Hello? This is definitely not running Sway properly. Hold on. Oh. It's just that I don't have a way bar. Okay. So 2 is okay. Okay. With the tiniest possible. Okay, ignore that. Ignore that. I don't have an end file because I have no private. I have nothing private. Nothing's hidden from chat. Okay. Okay. So, current problem. Oh, run waybar. Yeah, it's true. So, first thing is waybar's not running. Hold on. I need to get my pen and paper. Otherwise I forget. Okay, there's too many threads going on with many chats and stuff. I have country music blasting in my ears, by the way, while we're this whole time. It is an IKEA lamp. We can match if you have the same one. Hello? Is there a way to know your stream schedule? That's a great question. If you find out, let me know. What is scuff? You guys, how does YouTube chat doesn't know what scuff is? Lamp needs more RGB. I think that'll be the next upgrade. YouTube chat, why don't you know what scuff means? Are you one of those people where every time they get up and come back, they got snacks? Yeah. Where's your pizza from? It's frozen pizza from Costco. Mm. Okay. So. Mm. Okay. Electro Tooth spawned in. That's sick. How did you do that? They were there the whole time. I just went to get pizza. What? Mm. I have something to share with the class. Hold on. I love Costco. Emo Costco. Yeah. I love Costco. I'm a diehard fan. Name somewhere with better customer service. If I want princess treatment, I go to Costco. That's all I'm saying. It's simple. All right. So I need to get this mirroring my display instead of me having to look at OBS to see what's going on here. I also need it to set the resolution to 1920 1080, but I also need to test if Z. Okay, well, wait, that works. Okay, so it did fix that because that was not launching before. So the login stuff worked. One problem fixed, the other problem not fixed. That's huge. We're closer. We did it. I adore Costco pizza. This is actually their gluten-free pizza. I think it's like a cauliflower crust or something. It's actually really good though. It's actually I think the best pizza that I've had of all time. That nice feeling surprised when something works for real. All right, I'm gonna ask AI how to do this. I will say I do also think that AI is very helpful for fixing your config files. It's kind of good at that. I earned my pizza. Thank you. Okay, mirror, display, and set. I know I'm going to have to probably set the resolution with X-Render. Probably also mirror with X-Render is my guess, but not 100% sure. Resolution. Oh, right. And I need to figure out why Waybar is not going. Waybar, not launching. All right. Also, I'm gonna maybe try to stream around this time, I think. What do you guys think? Poll. Okay, wait, poll. Stream times. This time. Late night. Or what time do I normally stream? I guess like midday. Yesterday's time, roughly. Back in the day, we had to hope someone both posted on Stack Overflow. Yeah, for real. For real, for real. Heavily biased poll, given the time. That's true. I figured, though, I feel like this is, yeah, it's like, it's going to be morning for a lot of the European viewers. I think usually it's super late night for them. Okay, let's try this. Let's bring you to, oh my gosh, so zoomed in. You guys, I'm sorry, you can't see what I'm working on right now for a sec. Because I don't want you to. No, just kidding. Because my display is not working properly. Okay, we're gonna do a little sway message T get outputs. And I can see what it thinks we have in here. So we have DP1 and EDP. Right, hold on one sec. I think it's EDP is the regular one. Yeah, okay. I have been using Control R like crazy. Just a little history search command. Very, very nice and very fun. I'd highly recommend. Never underestimate night shift. True. True. Wait, I didn't see the poll results. View results. Okay. 30% said midday. I'll ask the midday people next time. But I'm kind of liking this time because then I kind of got the full day to just exist and whatever, and then I just get to be a creature of the night when I'm streaming. Bye, Secro. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Does anyone here know Lori Wired? Lori Wired is dope. She has some excellent content. What time was yesterday's time? It would have been like 9 hours ago. It starts like Yeah, I think roughly like 2, I don't know, 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, Lori Wired is so dope. Very cool. Alrighty. I am just going to copy what AI is suggesting. It was DP1. It is weird that it detects my, like an HDMI output as a DP. But whatever. Whatever forever. Uh, 1080 at, I guess we'll do 120 hertz because we can. It's probably the easiest. See, I tried, wait, hold on. This might work. There's a chance that it was a skill issue. WL mirror. Okay, let me try that. Do I have to exec you? Okay, I'm gonna try that. And I'll try, sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing because, yeah. I'm modifying my sway config right now. I can show you what changes I made after. Maybe I'll just put that before and see what happens. I don't find that it like, okay, wait, I had this issue before with Waybar 2 where it wasn't starting properly. Hello? Why won't you let me quit you? Yeah. That's why. Okay. Okay, so I think we're back and I think it's not mirroring. Or that's the wrong one. Yeah, it's super not mirrored. Which is dope. So my changes did not work. One thing I find too that the sway, I don't find the refreshing my config with sway does not work. Like reloading it, which is kind of a pain. It should though. Unless I'm, wait. Yeah, mod shift C. That is the right one. Where's my waybar? Actually, wait. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing yet. Just so weird. Yeah, what the heck? Native output mirroring is not fully supported in the core Wayland protocol that Sway uses. I'm gonna try. Hold on. EDP1 to DP1. I'm just gonna try manually doing it. Do I have TLDR on this thing? I know you guys can't see anything yet. I've just been having issues with Sway in general. I'm just fixing some stuff. Okay, I don't think I have TLDR. You know what? You know what I do have? Nick Shell. Probably have TLDR. Nice. Okay. I love that. Do you code live? Typically, yeah. Leth, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, sick. They don't have. Okay, they don't have any examples of her WL mirror. I mean, AI is giving me an example. Okay. But it's not working. Okay. Opens a window showing your EDP1 output. Okay. I'll try that. Oh, weird. It's like not exactly what I want, I'll be honest. Full screen it for traditional mirroring. That's so scuffed. I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty scuffed. So if I open up other stuff, it's there. Okay. Is it normal to cry when coding when there's skill issues? Absolutely. In short, why you prefer Nix over Ubuntu? Ubuntu is great. I wanted to try Nix because, well, I get asked a lot about what I have installed on my machine and stuff. So it makes a lot of sense for me to have something that is declarative, that I basically have a config file for, that people can see all of the apps and stuff that I have installed. I also like the ability to, because I jump between different machines a lot, and having a stream setup that's easy to like reproduce on another machine is very helpful. So that was one thing that drew me to NixOS. I knew some of my coworkers were using Home Manager on their MacBooks, which caused like some problems for them. And I figured I just wanted to, like, I like the idea of Nix and having everything laid out in a file. And I just went full send and just installed it on an old laptop and liked it. Yeah. It's been great. It's really handy. There were like a few learning curves though. Like for example, Emacs usually has package management within Emacs. So it can be, or like at least I use Doom Emacs. So yeah, whatever. Well, I guess all Emacs. Anyway, so I had to do some workarounds with that to basically allow Emacs to continue to do package management. And then, so I have like what is it even called? See, The PAM auth is not working on this, and I don't know why. I might have removed it. No, it should be, this should be working. So for some reason, it's still asking me for my password, even though I have a YubiKey inserted. I think there's some other stuff I have to do too. Dang. Yeah. I'm not using Flakes now. I just gave up with Flakes. I was like, you know what? That's a problem for future me when I decide that I want to like optimize or use a bleeding edge tech. Sorry, I smacked you. What was I answering? Oh, whoops. Xorg forever. I mean, this is really handy as well because sometimes it's like when you're trying to debug something, it's like you haven't installed one of the dependencies or something like that. Oh, Emacs depths. Oh shit, did I delete it? No. No, I didn't. What was it called? No, it's above this. Yeah, this. I have to use an Emacs overlay and pin it to a specific commit for me to be able to basically have it not rebuild Emacs every single time that I rebuild NixOS. Okay. Anonymous gifter, thank you very much for the gifting a sub to the community. Thank you, thank you. I did see that that is targeted towards a very specific username, but I'm not going to read that out loud. Dissect, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Watching here makes me get into the Linux thing. Let's go. It's the year of Linux 2026. I think between PewDiePie and I, we can do it. We can get people using Linux. Is it just me or is it like dark? Hold on. Does my screen look dark for you? No. Maybe not. Yeah, it's fine. Having read a lot on NixOS lately, I might abandon my many years of Arch. For what it's worth, very dark. Oh, okay, you guys are arguing about it. That's fine. For what it's worth, I never jumped on the Arch bandwagon. Not true. I used Manjaro for a bit. So, I mean, what? The best thing about Arch is that you have access to the Arch user repository, right? That's what it's called, right? AUR. It's basically, it's the package managed. Like you have the greatest number of packages available for everything, right? And it's lightweight and whatever. Like what else? What else you got? Well, I'm going to be honest, Saturn, Windows 11 looking painful as heck. And you can game on Linux now. So it's crazy. Manjaro is Kitty Arch. It's true. But you're allowed to use Manjaro. There's no shame. I liked Manjaro. Yeah, the Nix, that was part of why I'm asking why is Arch, what's the biggest pitch for Arch these days? Because I do feel like Nix, I mean, there's so many packages available for Nix. Also, Nix shell is so handy. Do you know how many times I go to use some random tool that I only need to use every once in a while, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have this installed, and then I don't have to look at how to install it, and I can just do Nix shell flag p, the package name, probably. Hi, Bunny. Do you travel? Yes. Do you? So funny. So I don't know why that question was funny to me. Have you gotten into Home Manager yet? No. I'm doing it baby steps because I found Nix very overwhelming at first. And then I was like, you know what? I can just use Nix shell. I can use Nix build. And I can figure out how to use the most basic version of Nix OS that I can possibly do. And that'll be enough for me. And then if I want to go deeper with that, I can. Arch is if you want to build your OS more than software. Yeah, I could see that. I think Twitch needs to work on their discovery algorithm. I found you on YouTube, then search on Twitch, but then realized just chatting. Oh, that's true. I think I am on just chatting. I don't know. I am kind of yapping a lot. I don't know if there's that much programming going on yet. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm still just fixing my setup. But then again, aren't we always? Yeah. Are there people even live? Oh, wait. What the heck? OG is live right now. It's come full circle. That is awesome. Okay, wait. I want to see who's even live for... Is it creative for software dev? Co-working. Okay, hello. Please let me see more categories. I can't find the... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, there aren't that many people on. Interesting. Do you know Tony, by the way? I don't know who that is. Yeah, seems it's not supported people using WL Mirror. So what I was trying to do, which you'll now be able to see because... Oh my God, stop pasting Xorg. I should not have written to that file. It's fine. You live once. So this is what I'm doing. I was trying to, for what it's worth, I did have this as exec, that, and then I think it should be this. I don't know if that's going to work. Let me try. I need to go here. Now you get a black screen. And now I get to restart this. And it never works for me to reload that. So I just exit Sway. I gotta fix that too. That's kind of weird. I have Sway message reload and it doesn't seem to do anything. Or it just looks different. Did I see you have a home lab? No. That's how you'll when I win the lotto, I'll have the best home lab ever. Oh, this is weird. Oh, this is doing something really weird. Oh, wait. This is very confusing. It's not mirroring, but there's my cursor on my... So, okay. So right now you guys are seeing something. That's the second display. The display that's on my laptop has two cursors. How did I do this? Why is the scale messed up? What is what is this, a terminal for ants? Like, I have two cursors and one of them doesn't move. What the heck? Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the Discord. So scuffed. Dude, I honestly, I think I need to be contracted as like QA. I need to be the person that's like, hey, we think that this is a really stable release. And then I'll be like, haha, you think so? Watch me. I used to do that term all the time. And it was so fun for me. I'm really good at finding if there's something that can be broken, I can break it. I'll find it. I was QA once, LOL, just because of that. It's kind of nice. Okay. One sec. I need to double check something first. That's dope. It sounds like you can be a pain for a software developer who is slowly working on features only to be found by getting break by bunny. Yeah. I think it's a, wait, what the, this is so weird. How do I do this? Do you guys want music? I can turn music on for you. I do already have it set up so that it doesn't go to the VOD. I just don't know if it'll get live. It might like live ban me on YouTube. Or not like ban me, but it might like, I might get, I don't know. I'll just put on maybe something not copyright. Let me, yeah, Insta DMCA, right? Yeah. So that's my main thing. I could probably get, you know what I can set up for next time is I can maybe put together some like classical music or something like that I use that's part of the YouTube audio library that's allowed to be played on YouTube. And I can have those looping. Like I'll do a long thing. Prime excludes music from the YouTube stream because of that. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I'll do something like that where I know that it'll be safe for YouTube. But I don't think I have the ability with my current setup to, I should probably ask Prime how he does that, but I can't do it with my current setup. Yo, Colum, how's it going? I have music going anyway. I figure most people, like programmers always have their own music going on. Like I tend to, I'll sometimes click off of streams because they have music going. That's like not the vibe for me at that moment, you know? But I want to hang out, but then I can't listen to their music and my music. All right. So this is really funny because also like maybe a ½ inch away from the top of my, or from my top bezel, I can't actually move my cursor any further up. This is so scuffed. What the heck? Hello? Save me. Oh. What is this? A terminal for ends? Okay, I'm looking at this through OBS. Sway. We're going to change sway. And I'm not going to do this. I think I'll just do that manually, I guess. And then I have to exit sway. Oh, I can't do it that way. Hold on. I gotta go back. Exit sway. I think I thought they were trying something like that. Loki Abu says, I wish Twitch would allow for viewers to adjust music levels. It goes to a separate audio track. So it should be an easy implementation. I thought that there was something like that. Why do I still have a cursor on this? Okay, that's so weird. I just have a cursor that just sits in the void forever until I focus that window. Okay, sick. Okay. This is a really fun way to do this. It's crazy. They made it so you can rewind live streams. That makes sense because YouTube has that. Why is the aspect ratio? The res is all weird. Why is it? Wait, hello? Oh, that's kind of me. Okay, hold on. Can I copy you? Can I duplicate? Don't worry. I know that I'm not visible right now. It's for the best. What? Dope. Okay. We're so back. It's still a terminal for ants, but that's looking much better. Broken install, DMCA'd, and unrested. Yes. Interesting. All right. Ignore the end.fish thing. I'm gonna fix that. I don't think these work. I have to change for some reason. Again, I don't know why this isn't working in Sway, but in i3 I did have it set up so that I could just do basically mod F1 and then it would run Doom Emacs from the right source. This one, for some reason, my Sway config is not doing that for me. Yeah, it is here. This. Oh, I have it to mod M. Oh, right, because I think I was testing it. Hold on. Oh, wait, that did work. Okay, that's fine. Please touch end. Okay. Is that bothering you? That's too bad. Just kidding. I'll actually do something about it. Fine. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well that's kind of cool that works. Oh, and see, wait. Oh, what did I do? Oh, there you go. Okay. You could just use the Emacs window manager and just make your whole OS Emacs. Oh, wait, that would actually be so cool. Maybe I should just do that. That's a really good point, actually. Like in hindsight, what else do I need? I just use my terminal on this thing anyway. I wish Emacs were multi-threaded to do that. I have to look it up. Should I do that? Emacs takeover? Is she using Nix Flakes? I'm not using Flakes. I am using Nix OS. Mudahar has pretty good Linux switch content focused on the game aspect. Oh, interesting. Threading is the biggest blocker. Well, because I could pretty much just do a little. Wait. What happens if I do it from here? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I broke it. We're good. We're back. Almost back. We're back. Okay, I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to do that. And then I actually have another thing that I want to run in another vterm situation. Let's do, wait, so can I run? I'm going to run Nick's shell in here, but I think I can do this. I don't know if crush works well in this thing. I have to update the channel every time. I need to add this to my fish config. We can over-engineer this. It'll be great. GitHub. Don't do that to me. Oh, wait. Actually, you know what I do need? The internet. Whoa. Wait. Rogers, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Thank you. For those who are wondering, memberships on YouTube, I will prioritize replies to all of your comments and stuff. And probably also post more members-only videos. I just need to figure out... I don't know how I feel about... I got to figure out what YouTube... what the best practices are there. I don't know what's going on. All right. This is how I... Did that give any of you anxiety? Me just closing all of my tabs without checking what they were? How did I have no loyalty to my tabs. All right. I think I need to add a quick little something for Nyx. I swear, I think this is not consistent with the scrolling. Oh, no, it is. Am I just a soy dev? No. Okay, wait. I'm going to do a config. Oh, wait, you know what? Dot files. I can't type. It's fine. I can just edit this. Oh, I have to update this, by the way. I actually have a working Pomodoro thing now for fish. Oh yeah, this was for game development, and then this is for install crush. Or it's more so just like run crush with Nyx shell. I have to do that. Oh no. Wait. I can't paste. Fuck. No. No. Oh, do I have to do some kind of package? Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Use P. Yeah, it okay. So there's a whole thing where like your system clipboard doesn't sync with Emacs clipboard if you don't have wayland copy and stuff. Do I have to install pb copy? I don't think that pb copy works. Oh my god, I forgot I had that command. I think that was bread. Secris, hello, hello. Good morning. Yes, a pang of anxiety. I feel called out. Yes. And it did it. These keybinds give you anxiety? What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm not even doing anything. Oh, frick. I remember this was annoying last time. Okay, wait. So we're in insert mode. Okay, wait. If I use P, it's just going to copy and paste whatever was in my in the... Yeah. I think I have... No. I need to... Give me a terminal window. Let me look through my history. Let me look at my... This one. Frick. I was sure too that I... Oh, hello? Wait, am I dumb? Oh. Phew. Almost got locked out of my own computer. What is this? What the? What? Uh-oh. Did I delete things? Yeah, okay. Hold on. What did I do? Leaking the password or forgetting. I mean, it's fine. This isn't a real computer. Oh, I didn't update this system. I don't have Wayland clip on this thing. Why do I have X? Ugh. That was I3. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put you somewhere else. You are gonna become search.nixos.org. My favorite. And then I think I need a Wayland copy. Oh, there we go. Wayland. I don't have that really. Huh, okay. Guys, for the record, for any of you that are like, whoa, how did she know that? It's because this is the 5th time I've had this problem. I already suggested that. Wait, what? You can't use XClip with Wayland. This is the really fun thing that I learned. It doesn't work. All right. Okay, so then I probably have to rebuild. Is that a new framework machine that we're configuring here? It is. Hold on. I'm going to try and show you without yeeting everything off of my desk. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yay. Night crew, night crew, night crew. Yeah, this is the framework. Yeah, I feel like my reloads never work. Like I just have to exit Sway and I don't know. What are your tips to the new gen devs from your experience? Don't forget to actually read. I'd say coding is supposed to be hard, and if things feel too easy, it's just going to change your baseline of hard, and then it's going to weaken you over time. You have to make sure that you're still challenging yourself. That would be my advice. Keep challenging yourself because otherwise you become weak. I'm kind of kidding, but also not. It really does change your tolerance level for. Okay, so mod M is do Emacs, and it works. And I was looking. Okay, we're getting there. Hold on. You'll be able to see in one sec. Huge. Huge. Actually, I can just close this. I think you have to do both. Wait, what did you say? I challenged myself. I'm still trying to figure out Dota 2. Okay. Where's Nyx? Give me the goods. The only thing that's kind of annoying me about this, and I don't know why, is like this trackpad is like positioned, like it's where you click on the trackpad changes the click type, which I don't like. You need to challenge yourself. It's super easy nowadays to generate slop without active engagement. I feel like the problem is that it's really easy to get like the dopamine hits of like, oh, I'm so capable and competent without actually any of the struggle. And then when things take longer and they're uncomfortable, it just makes it feel harder than ever. Cause you're like so used to getting those getting that feedback cycle being so short that you're like, oh, I feel terrible. Dot files, fish. All right. Fixed. Oh my God, first try. Wait. What the fuck? Oh, Giovanni, that's annoyed me for so many times. Emacs not syncing with the system clipboard. That's not the right way to say it, but whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, dope. So I need to create a new little function here, though. I need to create a function. Sorry, that my mic was not pointed at me. Function palm. Okay, I'm gonna call you function crush. I probably have to change it to something else. And something like that. I don't know how many spaces it's supposed to be. I think everything else I have 4 spaces. Hold on. We can fix this. Wow. I heard the crowd all collectively go, "Wow." Wow. Thanks. Oh, actually I need that. I think I just need to save you. And then now if I open a new thing and I go crush funk, it opens up a Nix shell that has crush with the right version in theory. Skill issue, sorry. Sick. Oh, nice. Hello, world. It works. Wait, it said hello. Wow. Oh my God, wait. That means we're ready. I think. Actually, I don't even know if any of my LSPs work, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna move you to 3. You're also gonna go to 3. And then, oh, cool. Okay. I wasn't sure what would show. Do I still work at Charm? No. I quit my job a while ago and I just didn't say anything. I haven't mentioned anything online. But I do still, I still love Charm. So I'm still using Crush. Oh, we're so back. Okay, but I don't know if any of my like language servers or anything work. I also don't think I have no projects on here. Yeah, I don't have a single project on here. Where are you working at now? I'm just doing my own thing for a bit. Stark, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. I appreciate that. That was 31 minutes ago. I'm just a really good streamer. I don't know what to tell you. I need to seriously probably get some kind of like alerts. Whoops. Dissect, thank you for the prime subs. Yes, Stark, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Glimex, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you. It thought for 3 seconds to say hello back. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that the GPT-5 mini is a great model. Here's to doing your own thing for a bit. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I just was like, you know what? I just want to push myself. I just want to explore my own interests and just push myself to learn new things in areas that I think are valuable. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Anonymous, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Congrats to everyone who got a gifted sub. I hope you enjoy all the emotes and all of that stuff. Ad-free viewing. Doing your own thing is very cool. Yes, I do feel it's a very privileged place to, you know, be allowed to do that. So I'm gonna make an effort to not take it for granted. That model needs very clear constraints to the point where it's pretty useless to use, in my opinion. So I don't know what model I should be using, to be honest. How do you make money? How do you make money? I'm your mom's sugar baby. I'll be honest. Oh, 101, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I just want to focus on like doing a bunch of cool stuff with content. I would love to be able to, I just want to like do more with open source and stuff this year as well. I sell RAM. Yes, it definitely does mean more streams and content. For sure, for sure. I use Opus 4.5 and GPT 5.2 pretty much always. Claude Opus 4.5, Opus 4.5. Okay. Wait, I'm going to write these down because I will forget. I'm repeating it back so that I don't forget, and realistically, I'm going to forget it. Okay, you guys are saying Opus. I listen to the people. GPT 5.2. I saw Wayland in the title and had to come in here and say I went back to X11 because NVIDIA gaming is better. Ooh. You know, I got pressured away from X11. I did a video on i3 and people were like, haha, you're still using i3? That's old news. And then I was like, what? What do you mean? Mystic Rustation. Bunny, you're the best. Enjoy your live streams and videos. Make me kind of want to... They make me explore to the fullest. I'm so glad. That's the goal. That is the goal. I just want it to be fun. X11 is laggier in desktop, but gaming just works. I feel like a lot of things just work better. Like this has been a lot of, I don't know. This is a lot of like tweaking and stuff that I have never had to, like, I did not have to dig this deep. I feel like with Sway, it's felt like the more I'm using it, the more that it's like things just surface as I use it, if that makes sense. Like, things just don't work. And then I have to change them versus i3 things just worked. It was easier to set up. Do you have an idea of when the next water tower like stream is planned? I don't know. I know that there are fun things planned for this year, but I don't know specifics yet. VSync with multiple monitors, fractional scaling, VRR. I don't know. I didn't have any issues with it, but I didn't use it for gaming and stuff. It was very reliable. What are we talking about? What are they called? Display compositors? Is that what that is? Wayland? Display. It's some kind of compositor. There's something. Oh, it's a display server. Yeah, we're talking about display servers. I was like, I know that Wayland is a compositor, but I can't remember. She doesn't read these, does she? I do. What is the goal today? No goals. No goals, just vibes. Okay. Well, we have this going. I want to see. Okay, Control M is how to change models. I want to look at Copilot. I can get free models, I think. But isn't Opus expensive? I need cheap ones. I'm on a budget. For what it's worth, maybe they'll pay me money. Maybe they'll give me free access to their AIs. Give me your AIs, all of them. 4.5 is cheaper than 4 was, but still expensive. Opus is uber expensive. Okay, I'm gonna put dollar signs next to it. Pricey. I put $4 signs next to it. Use the influencer powers. That's the goal. Oh, interesting. Another thing I was looking at was Kimmy. Gemini offers the most for free. Okay, Gemini's cheaper. Gemini cheaper. What about GPT 5.2? Free tier of Gemini CLI. Privacy is sus though. No, classic. You don't have to use a single model for every task. Opus for planning, something cheaper for executing tasks, etc. I mean, that's the thing is I'm like, for what it's worth, it's not even like I use it that much. I'm pretty much just going to be using it to like ask questions to gain more context on projects, probably. Privacy is sus on every non-local LLM. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I was going to do Quen 3 with Olama. I actually got that working on my MacBook, but I think I need to actually have more RAM for that. So in hindsight, maybe I need more RAM. Good thing it's not soldered. Once you get your framework, use Quen 3. I have my framework. Well, I mean, okay, for what it's worth, if I run Olama with Quen 3 on this machine, it uses 24 gigs of RAM or something around that. So it's like, it's doable, but I have 32 gigs on this thing, you know? I feel like that's pushing it. What's your current Copilot's request usage for premium? I have not used it. You guys, I haven't used any AI since I worked at Charm. And they would pay for the Claude usage. But for what it's worth, even when we were at the tower and we were using all the cursor stuff, I think it came out to like $300 total or less or something. And we were like, that was all vibes. That was like kind of surprising. Hey, Nail Pointer, how's it going? I got a ThinkPad with 64 gigs and it's fine with Olama. Yeah, that would be fine. It could be fine. Are you guys saying that Olama is the best still? What time zone are you in? I've never seen you live at this time. I'm trying a new DGen stream schedule. I'm on the West Coast. West Coast, best coast. So they say. Aider or OpenCode or something. That's not the agent though. Oh, you need a coding tool to connect to Olama. Yeah, I can connect this to Olama. Wow. LM Studio allows some better integrations with MCP tools and different models. Do the same as Olema, allow it access on the network. Okay. Dissect is saying, if you want my personal opinion, I've used every model since 3.5 GPT. Go with Opus 4.5 for speed and quality. Okay. Speed, quality. Quality and slow. Ah, okay. All right. Isn't the biggest Quen model pretty good? Yeah, I think it was the Quen 330B is what I was gonna go for. I max my quota every week. Really? Oh, with Opus 4.5 and GPT 5.2. Do you use it a lot? How does Crush compare to Open Code? They seem to hit similar niches. Yeah. Well, they're both in the terminal. They're both like the terminal like multi-model interface for interacting with your LLMs and stuff. I've only used Crush. Between the two. My boss pays for the $200 plan for both ChatGPT Pro and Claude Max, and I max out both. Yeah, but I feel like if you're using it for work and stuff too, though, you're probably you're probably using it a lot more generously than you could. I think I want to use AI to be able to get an idea of like different design decisions that the other developers are using, because I want to play around with some different open source projects. And yeah, I want to be able to ask it questions about the project and stuff to be able to kind of get a feel of what the author was kind of going for, and potentially learn some things from the existing implementation, potentially like figure out how I want to re-implement things, like just use it as more of a helper. I won't be using it for like any auto completions or anything like that, but more so just like a sounding board for the project. Yeah. I guess I'll do my own research. I'll probably ask my employer to let me use a multi-model framework, and I'm trying to decide which one. I really don't know. I know that both of the projects are moving very quickly. I don't know what the feature differences are right now. I'd be a few months behind in a lot of that stuff. Also, I haven't really kept up with any of the open code stuff. Why not use free ChatGPT? So my main reason for wanting to use something like this is I want it to be context aware. Sorry, one sec. Okay. I want it to be context aware. I want it to have visibility into the code base that I want to ask it questions about. And in order to do that, I can use a tool like Crush or Open Code. And that'll allow me to like ask questions about the code base. And in order to do that, you need API access, which you generally have to pay for. Maybe a silly question, but why no cursor? I was considering trying out Zed, because I know that Zed has integration, like AI integration stuff. And it is something I've been meaning to try out. I would also, if I am considering, I think, getting into Rust development this year, which is something I'm considering, which is going to be a mountain to climb. But if I decide to get into Rust this year, then I'll probably also look into, I'll use probably Sea Lion or Rust I don't know if C-Line is still like the best Rust editor from JetBrains, but I'd probably use JetBrains as Rust editor. And then that'll be, yeah, that'd be a thing. FFmpeg is such a great name. JetBrains has Rust Rover now. Okay, sick. Yeah, I've heard good things about JetBrains for Rust. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they had their own JetBrains, compiler? No, not their compiler. Linter. My brain's breaking a little bit, but it was basically they have their own proprietary JetBrains thing that replaces or works with Rust Analyzer. I like Zed better than Rust Rover. For Rust development, why is that? Here, let's go to another window. Wait, 3, 4. Oh, wait, that's interesting. Okay, wait. How do I switch you to this screen? Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know. I think I'm starting to get tired. I might end stream soon. Or I'm getting hair in my eye. I don't know. One of the two. Okay. Oh, right. We were looking at Zed. Let's just look at Zed for a sec. Why not? 217.3 stable. I think that's right. I don't know why I copied that. I think I did set it up to have Vim keybinds. Where am I? Oh, does that work? Oh, that's cool. Okay. No hover. Oh. That is one thing that always throws me off with a different editor is that it's like all the shortcuts and stuff. You gotta relearn. I use Doomy Max. I use this one. Usually. I'm just trying out Zed for a sec. I just want to see what I think about it. Because I don't know anything about how it works. Why do you use AI? It's very helpful for being able to answer questions about a code base. I've worked on a lot of code that I didn't write. And it's helped me kind of figure out it's helped me find different logic errors. I feel like it can be a good way to kind of make a task a little bit easier. As your brain is starting to decline, it can help a bit. Have you tried Deep Wiki? Incredible for code-based understanding. No, wait, I haven't heard of that. I'm intrigued. I'm going to get sniped. I'm ready. Deep Wiki? Oh. Wait, yeah, I have tried this. They had bubble tea on the here. I have tried this. Oh my God, Devin? I have not heard Devin in a minute. That's kind of cool. I do actually think that's helpful. Hold on. What was someone else asking? Oh, they were saying I have to add here. Let me Let me find a project let me look at VHS. Listen, we're not just going to work on charm stuff when I don't work there anymore, but I do know that it's hard because I'm like, I spent so long with that community and stuff too that I'm just like, I want to support. I want to be there. I'm getting FOMO. Okay. This one. Oh, it got confused. Hold on. Leaked. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. I think this YubiKey has a pin, which is really annoying. Okay, that's sick. That looked like a YubiKey auto type. It was. Bye, Denzel. Have a good night. Have a good night. It helped me read code with 0 English docs. Oh, wait, that's really smart. So github.com foobar, you just turn into deepwiki foobar. Oh, okay. That's really helpful. That's really sick. Okay, I have to fix this. What the frick? I thought you know what? I'm going to do this tomorrow. I think I want to not do this anymore. I haven't done any, like, okay, we did fix my stream setup, which is big because I was dreading that. But it's dark out and I want to go home and I don't want this to, I'm not emotionally prepared for this. I was expecting you to use light mode with all that lighting. It's actually not as bright as it maybe seems. This is so much darker than I used to have my streams. You guys know I used to get like headaches sometimes and like wear sunglasses on stream. Yeah, it's because I had the key light right now is like is bouncing off of a white wall. So I have it turned the other way. I was having that directly in my eyeballs on both sides. And now I don't have that. So huge. Actually huge. Okay, wait. Roz says, am I overthinking that I feel bad about using AI since it's trained on unlicensed stuff and hurts traffic to those creating content? Maybe I should as well. Maybe I might as well accept it and benefit from it too. I think it depends on the niche, to be honest. I think that code, that's a bit of a hard one because it is a bit of an ethics thing. But at the same time, I feel like in terms of ethics, there have been many, many violations of many, many things, privacy, for example, to name one, that have gone unchecked for so long in the industry. I think I think that with or without AI, there's a lot of kind of um, value being derived from unlicensed and or like open source projects and stuff that is very one-sided, you know? Yeah. So I think it's one of those things. I personally have been in it's really made me see I've always known the value, I feel like, in human generated things. And it does kind of give you more things you have to filter through to get to human generated things. And it can be hard to even to like distinguish what is or isn't. I think it's a great learning tool, and I think it's going to make a lot of people learn things more quickly and or be able to understand concepts more quickly because they can hear it from a lot of different kind of, they can hear it like kind of put in different ways. I do think though, like as humans, we will always be drawn to what other people are creating. And it doesn't take away from that value. Like I don't really care what you're creating with AI. I'm way more interested in the ideas, which were like I'm interested in the human elements of it. Like the decision making, the ideas, the thought process, like the human parts of it is what makes it interesting to me. So personally, I feel like I'm not like that drawn to a lot of the AI stuff. But I do think it's an excellent resource for being able to like go through a bunch of like get through a lot of information very quickly and be able to find what you're looking for, which is something that we used to have to spend a lot of time doing. And now we get some of our time back on that. That's what I think. Yeah. What is SAF? FFmpeg, what is that? You said SAFE life. What about programming in Zig? Do you plan on doing that? Probably not Zig. Zig hurt me a little bit last time. I think Rust would be a very practical thing to learn. And then I think my biggest concern is like what I learned from my Haskell experience is that I want there to be a light at the end of the tunnel and something that I'm really excited to work on the other side. So with Rust, there are so many cool projects that I'm aware of, and there is a lot happening in like the terminal space, which is where I've spent quite a bit of time in the last few years. So I think there's a lot that I can kind of like contribute there and that I enjoy there. So I do think that would probably make a lot of sense, but it's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to hurt a little bit. Skilled agile framework. I was like, what is safe? Safe life prepare, safe life replace. Yeah, something like that. Bash on Rust, I'm all for it. I'm turning dark. I'm a new me. New me this year. Have you tried Celestia Shell? No, I have not. People have started writing Kanban boards for AI agents and ways for agents to message each other to coordinate changes like coworkers. I wonder who's accountable for any of those changes. What happens when it What happens when it breaks? That is kind of dope. No accountability. I want a code with no accountability. Wait. To me, AI is the same as a manual / wrench to a mechanic, just another resource and tool to leverage. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just a tool. It's not, I feel like it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's just being, it's like, I don't know. People have a lot to say about it. I think it's over glorified on one side, and then it's like, I don't think that people who scrutinize AI or who are skeptical of it, it doesn't seem like there's that much kind of just like inherent negativity of like, oh, just because it's AI, I hate it or whatever. I feel like most of the reasoning is pretty justified to me. Maybe that's my own bias, but it seems like people are just mostly concerned with like the long-term impacts of it. The long-term impacts. I don't think that it's a positive. I think that, that's out of context. I did not finish my thought there. My main, I've mentioned this so many times. I feel like I'm like a parrot. My main concern with it is just that it can create like unrealistic expectations, both from yourself and even like management and stuff, thinking that they can now like hire fewer people to do the same amount of work. And then we were already having such a problem with like developer burnout, and it's just creating more unrealistic expectations potentially. Also, Caffeinated Mind, thank you so much for the membership. Thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. Members get extra content, by the way. They get extra content. If and when I post extra content, I'm still figuring out if it makes sense to or not. Like, I don't really know. But I will also give you priority replies to everything. I will read all of your messages and reply. If I hear AI one more time, what do you want from me? Yo, Code Girl, how's it going? Hello. Oh, the environmental impacts. I know. Did we need anything that took more of a toll on our environment? What is the code review in the tier 3? Oh, I'll review your like code and or your project or whatever. Just let me know. Just message me on Discord or something. Or like ping me on Discord. Will you read our long monologue as well? Yeah. Makey, please, French or English only, please. I can't moderate that. If I subscribe at tier 4, can you not review my code? I'll tell you did a great job without reading it. I'll say it looks good to me. Will that validate you? Is that what you're looking for? The impact on RAM prices and GPU prices is shocking. I know. It's crazy. It is crazy. Like the whole influence it. Everything. Allez, on parle tout en français maintenant? Oh no. Il est tard et maintenant je dois changer la langue. Bye, Toll. Have a good day. I hope you have a nice day. SSDs are not far off. Guys, no more hardware. Don't buy any hardware for a while. A 1,000 chats is running your dryer once. Why live at such a late hour? I'm trying it out. Just new stream time. Trying it out for 2026. What if I'm there for the DGen hours? I need to do what? Bash, you need to go to eat. Yeah. I think that's what I'm trying to do right now is slowly ease out of it. I actually kind of like it. You like the late night stream vibes. Yeah. I like it too. I mean, I feel like I get a pretty full day, which is nice. All right, let me see who else is live. I think Study Time is live, and I never get to read her. You guys want to go watch some IRL stream? She's very funny. All right, we'll raid. Study Time is live, and she always raids me, and I never get to raid her. And now it's me. It is so crazy for us to be live at the same time, to be honest. All right, you guys. The raid has been created. Oh my God. The ads are running. Oh no. No, not an ad break. Right as I go to raid. I can't even say goodbye. All right, you guys, don't forget if you like my content and stuff, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe wherever. I don't know. Do I have GitHub? I do. There is a Discord as well. That's the easiest way to find out when I'm live, I'm gonna be honest. That is definitely the easiest way, and I'll post it in the YouTube chat as well. I'm early. I'm just leaving. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. But yeah, I'm trying to stream more frequently. So it'll be most days, not 100% sure on like specific schedule yet, but I'll aim to do tomorrow. I'll let you know in the Discord. Otherwise, enjoy study time. Bye. Bye-bye, Twitch. Bye-bye, YouTube. I'll see you another time.